Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video we are going to have a serious talk about choices and consequences. By the way, please pardon me, my voice is not at its best because I got flu. Okay, let's continue. Specifically, how voting for Trump is now affecting his own supporters. Did you know that the new regime is planning to slash like 120 billion US dollars from veterans health care? Yes, you heard that right. The very people who risked their lives to protect America are about to have their benefits gutted. Many who voted for Trump didn't see this coming, but now reality is sinking in. 4 years might not seem long enough until you're a veteran trying to figure out how to afford the health care you earned. This isn't just about politics. This is real life for real people who saved and sacrificed for every American person. Okay, so I got a few clips for you guys. Make sure you watch this video up to the end. I'll add my own 2 cents. Watch this.
Yeah. So I'm going to say what I'm going to say as clearly and concisely as possible. So there's absolutely no mistaking or misconstruing what I'm getting ready to say. If you're a veteran that voted for Donald Trump and you're surprised about this, I want you to raise your hand. Now I want you to take that hand and use it to smack the shit out of yourself because you're a fucking dumbass. And I literally hope that the VA is your only source of health care because you're fucking dismissed. We don't need you anymore. The entire point of being in the military is that you may potentially have to lay down your life to protect people you don't even know. You did the opposite. You took people that you don't know, that you knew were gonna get fucked over when you voted for him, and you threw them under the bus to save your ass. We don't need you in society anymore. Like I said, you fuckers are dismissed. You can go now.
Are you motherfuckers ready to have that oath breaker conversation now? All you veterans for Trump? Are you ready to have it now? Are you ready to fucking say you're a dumbass? Every one of you vets that got in Jolly Good Ginger's face about this, got in my face about this, and every other vet that told you this was gonna fucking happen. Are you ready to eat the crow now, or do you want us to cook that? This is why we called you muckers oath breakers. This is why. This is why we said you betrayed your oath. Because you gave in to a man who had never fucking served this goddamn country. And you tried to make it to where those of us who didn't support him were wrong. Well, now he's bringing somebody else in who also hasn't served, who plans on cutting $120 billion from veterans health care. Congratulations, gentlemen. And ladies, if that's all, you fucked every one of us. You fucked every single one of us. Ready to have that goddamn conversation now? I can't hear you. I can't. Where y'all at? Where you at? Y'all had so much more. Jolly couldn't. I can't believe he said that. An unqualified mother's about to cut $120 billion from veterans health care. But you give so much of a fuck about other veterans, right? Yep. Y'all had so much smoke. So much smoke. Where are you now? Do not be shy. Do not be quiet, bitches. Bring your asses to the front. And I get it. You're going to go fake news. You're going to go this. You're going to go that. You're going to make up every mother excuse until it actually happens. And then what? What is going to be your excuse then? And mind you, you did all of that for a motherfucker that never served, who put another who never served in charge of people who have served their health care benefits. You know, the shit that we actually fucking earned by putting on the goddamn uniform all that fucking time, marching, ruck marching, spending time away from motherfucking families, all those goddamn CQ duties and things of that nature. Remember that? And y'all got all in your mucking feelings about Jolly Good Ginger calling you oath breakers. You did. And this is the result. This is the result. You turned a chicken hawk coward into a tough guy. And then you elected him not once, but fucking twice. The first time this motherfucker caused an insurrection against the government. The government that belongs to the people that we swore to protect and defend. Defend and protect their rights. Well, part of that agreement was this. You go and you protect and defend the rights and the Constitution and the people of America. And we, to the best of our fucking ability, and it hasn't always been easy, will do our damnedest to take care of you. And then you put a fucking coward-ass draft-dodging piece of shit back into the White House. And now he's bringing unqualified other motherfuckers who have never served. And they're going to cut the benefits of the people that did the jobs that neither one of these two could do. And some of you who you wore the uniform supported that. But you had a problem with being called an oath breaker. You betrayed every active duty military personnel. You betrayed the veterans. The people who stood side by side with you, that wore the uniform, that ate the dirt that you did, that embraced the suck. Well, I guess the fucker said, embrace the suck political version. And y'all had the nerve to get in your mother feelings about what Jolly Good Ginger said, to the point where y'all were putting that man's information out. Congratulations. You fucked us all, you raggedy bats.
I really don't like dogging on people directly. But sometimes the mental deficiency it takes to rant about something and be totally and completely dishonest about what you're ranting about, it never ceases to amaze me. You see, he's pointing out that, Vivek Ramaswamy's first thing he wants to do is to cut $120 billion from veterans' health care. Well, first of all, he never specifically said he was targeting veterans' health care. What he wants to get rid of is spending that's not currently appropriated by Congress, meaning supported by law. And one of those programs just happens to be veterans' health care. The authorization for it expired a long time ago. But yet, the money still keeps flowing. Now, everyone thinks that, yes, veterans' health care should be funded. But it should be funded appropriately. You know the way the government's supposed to work? Congress passes laws, president signs it, money gets spent per that law. If Congress gets off its ass and puts another veterans appropriations bill out there for the president to sign, everything will be fine. But there's a lot of these programs that are still being funded that Congress doesn't have authorization for. So if you're going to rant and rave, make yourself kind of look like an idiot, at least be honest and understand what the hell you're talking about. Because it's really disingenuous. And it's the problem with the whole country at the moment.
All right, so just before I get into this, I'm gonna let you know that I'm neither Democrat nor Republican. Okay, I could care less about the Uni Party. Okay, because they're all the same. Okay, but let's get into it. Okay, now I don't know if Vivek Ramaswamy actually said this. I think Vivek Ramaswamy is a fucking snake. Okay, I think he's no better than Obama. He tells everybody what they want to hear, and people believe him. Okay. With that being said, okay, maybe he did say that. Maybe what he said there is true. But I can promise you it would be no different if Kamala had won. Okay? It would be no different. Alright? Kamala is a fucking snake, and so is Vivek Ramaswamy. Okay? He made his millions off of pharmaceuticals, off the suffering of people. Okay? But you know what? Kamala Harris would be no different than Vivek Ramaswamy. Okay? So let's not act like Kamala Harris would have been better. Okay? Now, I will say this. Had Kamala Harris won, at least you know, well, maybe not you, but at least I knew where she stood. Okay? Vivek Ramaswamy, Elon Musk, J.D. Vance. J.D. Vance was part of the collapse of Silicon Valley. His wife is a spy for the Chinese. Okay? And then Donald Trump. Okay? Yeah, they're snakes. Okay? You really don't know if they're actually telling the truth. Well, I know that they're not telling the truth, but other people don't. But at least with Kamala Harris, I knew where she stood. I knew she was a greedy, corrupt politician. Okay? I knew whatever she said was a fucking lie. With Donald Trump and his team, yeah, you don't know if they're actually telling the truth or not. Again, I know they're not telling the truth, but others don't. Okay? They're all the same, my guy. Whether it be Republicans, Democrats, it doesn't matter. They are all the same. So, Kamala Harris will be treating the veterans like shit, just like Vivek Ramaswamy. Okay? Again, I don't know if Vivek Ramaswamy actually said this. I'm kind of curious. I'm actually going to go and look to see if that's what he actually said. But if he said that, Kamala Harris would be no different with the veterans, okay? You know, conservatives, especially the MAGA, they may not be totally awake, okay? All right? That, like, me, I don't give a fuck about either side. Okay? About either party. I don't give a fuck. They're all the same. But you know what? You liberals are asleep, okay? Y'all do what y'all believe and do whatever you're told by the media and by the politicians. Again, the MAGA people, they may not be 100% awake, but they're more awake than what you are. Okay? See, there's the leftists and the liberals that are still asleep down here. Okay? Down here at the bottom. Then you got the conservatives and the MAGAs, okay? They're more awake than what you are, but they're still asleep. And then there's people like me who questions everything, okay? Yes, I question Donald Trump. And you know what? I get MAGA people who come into my comment section getting upset at me because I question Donald Trump. Okay? Yeah, so there's three different groups of people. But you know what? Conservatives are not at the bottom. You liberals are. You've always been at the bottom. Believe whatever you're told. Do whatever you're told. Without question. Okay? I mean, y'all literally do what you're told without questioning the system. And then conservatives they question the Democrats and some Republicans, but yeah, even they are still somewhat asleep. Okay? Regardless of whether it's Kamala Harris or Vivek Ramaswamy, neither of them really cares. Okay? They're all the same. They're all nothing but a bunch of fucking rich people who made their millions off the suffering of people. And that includes Donald Trump. Okay? So both sides are groveling at the feet of rich people. Okay? So come off your high horse there. Because you're at the bottom, bro.
All right, homeboy. I hope you're a veteran. I didn't even pay attention or stay long enough. But I usually don't comment on these type of videos, but I'm going to comment on this one because you said lay down your lives for the rest. I fucking died in service, homeboy, and I voted for Trump. You too, bitch. What the fuck? You want to step to this? My blessings, my healings? I don't give a fuck that they're cutting in the VA. The VA's been refusing service to us veterans for fucking how many years since their inception? They've been missing appointments, not staffing properly, been killing us. Not even with your moral authority trying to be a shit. They ain't doing shit for us anyway. Matter of fact, why don't you just give me the same rights that the fucking Congress votes for themselves? No, you don't want to talk like that because why? Because you all sucked up in the tank and you think because they're going to make some fucking political changes and get rid of half these squads working at the VA that you're special and I'm not? Man, fuck you. I'll say that shit to your face too. This ain't no internet tough guy. Fuckers are clowns. You're a fucking clown.
Okay, so if you're one of the people who voted for Donald Trump and now is having some regrets because you're starting to learn things that you, for whatever reason, didn't learn in advance, like that Obamacare is the Affordable Care Act and that they're looking to gut it, or you're a veteran and now there's this proposal to cut benefits there, I highly recommend, before we actually lose our democracy, and no, that is not hyperbole, but please call your representatives, actually fight this before it is too late. Right? Because none of this is written in stone, but if you just passively accept it, it will move forward. Okay? So I'm not saying I told you so, because whatever, we learn at our own pace, but fight it now before it is actually too late, please. Okay, so if you're one of the people who voted for Donald Trump and now is having some regrets because you're starting to learn things that you, for whatever reason, didn't learn in advance, like that Obamacare is the Affordable Care Act and that they're looking to gut it, or you're a veteran and now there's this proposal to cut benefits there, I highly recommend, before we actually lose our democracy, and no, that is not hyperbole, but please call your representatives, actually fight this before it is too late. Right? Because none of this is written in stone, but if you just passively accept it, it will move forward. Okay? So I'm not saying I told you so, because whatever, we learn at our own pace, but fight it now before it is actually too late, please. Okay, so if you're one of the people who voted for Donald Trump and now is having some regrets because you're starting to learn things that you, for whatever reason, didn't learn in advance, like that Obamacare is the Affordable Care Act and that they're looking to gut it, or you're a veteran and now there's this proposal to cut benefits there, I highly...
So now that we've seen those clips and heard those stories, let's ask the real question. Are the veterans who voted for Trump ready to talk now? That question is coming from one of the clips that you're just from watching. Are they finally ready to have the conversation? Because honestly, I'm guessing some of them are regretting their choice. And yes, there are videos out there of veterans expressing that regret. Yeah, they're all over TikTok, okay? Talking about how they feel like they've let down a lot of people. They've betrayed veterans and active officers. But here's the thing. On the other hand, there's a possibility that this might not actually happen. Some clips and sources are saying that these cuts to veterans' healthcare are just rumors, not confirmed. So maybe people can, relax a bit, at least for now, okay? I'm not saying it's all fine, but it's important to note that this isn't set in stone yet. Okay? And to be honest, this information came from a small headline featuring Vivek Ramaswamy. Could it be true? Sure, but could it also be AI generated or blown out of proportion? There is a possibility. I mean, there's not much information on this one. I mean, we've seen how misinformation spreads these days, so it's hard to be certain. And I admit, I'm not entirely sure. Okay, I'm not entirely sure because there's not much information on that yet. Okay, so what do you think about this? What's your take on this? Do you think veterans who voted for Trump are starting to feel the weight of their decisions, or do you think that these cuts are just another scare tactic? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Let's get a conversation going, because this is something we all need to talk about. We need to have a conversation on this. Feel free to flood my comment section down below. And as always, thanks for sticking around, for watching this long video. I don't take that for granted. Please make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification button so that every time I upload such videos, you don't miss out, okay? And hey, if you've got something to say about this, if you agree, disagree, and if you've got any information on this, drop it in the comment section below. I'll see you in my next video, and stay peaceful.